Hi, just wanted to reflect for a moment on a few things. I don't know why, but something keeps pulling me to ask the question, what did these people who committed terrorist acts in our nation's capital yesterday, what were they desiring? What was their intention? What was their purpose? To cause chaos, to cause confusion when themselves were confused. They are merely a reflection of their own confusion, right? They don't know where they stand. They don't know where they fit in. They don't know where they belong. And when have I felt like that? Where I don't know where I belong, and what did I do with that feeling? How did I respond to this not knowing? That I had a group that I could connect with, that I had a community that I felt close with, that my being, myself, my core, who I am, fit into the world. And as I think on, there's such great material out there, brown is the new white, and white fragility, and like all of this content that just talks about this is more than just a racial issue. This, if you go back to the brain, the old brain, this is a deep in the DNA core kind of feeling, this visceral response. It comes from somewhere. It's not just out of nowhere can you get this mob, right? It's a hooking, it's a I will help take care of you kind of energy, right? And Hitler had the same approach. When people are down to the bottom level, like they don't feel like they have any hope, they don't feel like they have any job prospects, they don't feel like they belong anywhere in this new America, right? When in reality, there's an opportunity here for a bridge to be formed. I'm not saying forget the acts done that they committed, the crimes that they committed. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying we have the evidence that those people committed crimes, right? And so now it's the job of the justice system, the legislature, people need to be held accountable for what they did. Regardless of race, a human commits a crime, you need to have a consequence for that action. Just like a child who, does not stay true to what the rules are in the house, right? They are children. These were all children. Really, this is how I see 45 actually. I visualize him as a tiny baby, and it really helps. A tiny baby who was never loved, never given unconditional love, never given support, never felt like he fit in. So guess what? He looks outward for people to fill him up, because he can't fill himself back up. He wants to incite this chaos because that is what is happening inside of him. He is in a state of chaos. They all are vibrationally attracting those actions. And we are either picking it up and going down the rabbit hole and saying, you know what? Blast them all, and they're all horrible, and they're all enemies, and they're this and they're that, and there's, and that's the anger side, right? That's the frustration side, because it feels like there's nothing that we can do. It feels like there's absolutely zero that we can do right now. But that's not true. What can we do right now? We go within. We reflect on what are we for? We're for love. We're for peace. We're for harmony. We're for democracy. We're for justice. We will rise and we will be counted and we will stay the course. I mean, that's why I'm so proud of this Congress and these senators. Like, they should be celebrated, right? I mean, regardless of which aisle you're on, like, these are people who are dedicated to the intent of this nation, and that's to be celebrated. And it's also, in my practice, in my opinion, in my worldview, an opportunity to reflect on what is it that these individuals, these sad, fearful babies who never received love, who just want to feel like they belong somewhere, like they just fit in somewhere. What do these babies want? They just want love. Like we all want love. Even the most horrible people in the world, even the most the most hated people in the world, even the dictators of the world, they want love. And is it our responsibility to give them love? I don't know. That's still something I'm thinking about, because I don't know if there is a clear solution necessarily, right? I think that it's important to separate them as these are the actions that they committed. This is the crime that they committed. I mean, Sadhguru says it, Osho says it, Buddha said it, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar says it. The criminal is not the appropriate word to use. The person, the human, the soul committed a crime. And crimes are committed every day across the world. Let's just be real, right? Huge, huge crimes against humanity, right? Every day, every moment. And this was a big moment. And we have every right to be exhausted, frustrated, terrified, fearful. And it's what we do with those emotions that matters right now. It's how we respond. That's the only thing that we can control, is how we respond to this. So those are some thoughts I've been having. I just wanted to kind of create an opportunity here for us to have a dialogue about this in our little IG community, or, in our little YouTube community. And this is a big moment. But remember that there are many moments before this, and there will always be many more moments, right? And history repeats itself for a reason, and we can learn from this, and we can grow from this as a society, as a culture, as a collective. And the people who committed these crimes, even the people who allowed these crimes to be committed, who are supposedly here to protect, these are our tax dollars going to their salaries, right? So I feel your frustration. I feel your sadness over this. It's shameful. It's horrible. Even those people deserve love. And I'm not saying forgive and slap on the hand, and none of that. I'm saying, how do we have compassion for people who have no compassion for themselves? They don't have compassion for themselves. They are hurting themselves by doing this. They're only hurting themselves. People have lost jobs, lost lives, lost a sense of self, lost a sense of reality. They're not thinking clearly. They're confused. They're asleep. So if you want to join me on the path of the few and being conscious and awake, join me. We're in this together. I'm on this journey with you. I am so honored. And I'm just exploring these as possibilities. I'm not attached to any of these ideas. I'm just opening it up as a forum. What do you think? So let me know. All right, take care.